Oh, big lady. Very big lady. Hello. It's your primordial pouch. I have one too. People call it lower belly fat. Hello everyone! I love Q&As. Personally, I really like them. I like watching them. I like Q&As because it's reminiscent of old YouTube to me. I like how personal they are. I'm also kind of a nosy bitch, so I like to keep tabs on people. But it's been almost a year since I've done a Q&A, and I feel like I am not caught up with you guys. I've been distant from the internet, which is kind of a good thing, to be honest. Like, I needed time away. I took like the entire month of August off from like making content and working on myself, whatever the hell that means. I mean, I actually was, but I haven't been able to like sit down and just talk other than like on my podcast, go listen to it. I'm just happy to like sit down and sweat profusely and sit with my cat, Clementine. I've also had Clementine for a year now. It's been a year since I made the video about adopting her, so. Everybody say happy gotcha day to Clementine. Thank you. So I asked you guys on my Instagram and also the community tab to ask me some questions because I'm doing a Q&A. So I picked out some pretty personal questions and also some very fun questions and also some juicy questions. So stick around. First question, how do you feel about YouTube being your full-time job for almost a year now? Me doing YouTube and that being my only source of income, it's now 2 years. I love the fact that I'm able to do it full-time now and I'm not in college and this is like the sole thing that I do. But to be honest, I struggle heavily with having a set schedule. Ow. I struggle so much with, okay, then leave. I struggle so much with like creating a schedule to myself and sticking to it. As someone who's a Virgo, do you have to do that right now? And someone who likes to be very organized and have routines and schedules, it's very hard when I am my own boss and I don't have a schedule for myself. I've tried many different things, but then I also have a lack of discipline. I'm still learning to balance that a year later. Don't lick your butthole in the background of my video. It's not that kind of video. If you have any tips, I would love to hear them. Like if you have consistently worked from home and you have a way to keep yourself in check, I'd love to hear it. Why do you like hot yoga? Wasn't the creator in a sex cult? I don't know, nor do I really care because I don't think that the yoga I don't think the yoga instructors that I am led by are in a sex cult, and if they are, that's their business. I've been going to hot yoga for 4 years now, and I love it so much, but now I'm able to do it consistently because there's a really cool studio by my house. You know, some people have a religion and so they go to church once a week or whatever they may go to, and like I was brought up Catholic, which I'm not Catholic anymore. This is like the one way to be in touch with my spirituality once a week. I mean, it's not the one way, but it's what I do once a week physically, go out and do that to be in touch with myself. So that would be why I like it so much. And also I really thoroughly enjoy being so soaked in sweat, driving home feeling absolutely vile yet reborn. It's quite nice. Anyway, if you haven't tried hot yoga, yeah, go and try it. Take a class, but please drink a lot of water beforehand so that you don't pass out. Relationship update. Wow. I think a lot of people, whenever I do post about Adam, who has been my boyfriend now for over 4 years, everyone's like, I didn't know you had a boyfriend, which is okay by me. I have no intentions of really talking about my relationship on YouTube. He's dated me way before I started YouTube and he has his own life and he didn't really sign up to be on the internet, but I did. Like, I am okay with getting hate comments or comments about the way that I look or judgments passed on to me, but he did not sign up for that and I don't want to bring him into this world, to be honest. And also, he is just a shy little guy. I mean, he's not little, but so that's why I don't include him much in YouTube videos. But relationship update, we're together. It's been really nice. If you guys didn't know, we did long distance all throughout college. We started dating right before our freshman year of college, like a few weeks prior to starting, which everyone told us that we're crazy for. And that's fine because we're still together. Currently, at the moment, we are not long distance. We actually live quite close. So it's really nice to be able to see him whenever I want, but it's nice because this is our first fall together. Like, we would only see each other when we would visit each other and then like fall break. So now we're able to do like little pumpkin carving. I made a little cat's butthole. We're able to do just like fun coupley things now in the fall time, and I don't know, I'm enjoying it. Have I watched Squid Games? No, and I will not because everyone around me who has watched it has advised me that it is too gory for me. I used to never get affected by like emotionally jarring or psychological thrillers. Like I never cared, like I didn't get scared by that kind of stuff. For some reason, I don't know what shifted or changed in me, and my friend also said the same thing. I like can't do it anymore. Like I can't watch that kind of stuff. It just really, really affects me. Black Mirror, can't watch it. My nightmares are very realistic and I would like to not add scenes to them. Thank you. Any other secret projects that you're working on right now? Yes, it's so exciting. I can't talk about it, obviously, because it's a secret, but I posted a hint once on my Instagram story, so go follow me on there. And a lot of you guys said that you guys would be very excited about it, and it's right up your alley, so it's coming. But in the meantime, I can talk about my earrings, my collaboration with Ana Luisa. They are restocked. You guys sold them out so quickly during the first drop. I still can't believe it. If you guys are interested in buying a pair, they're on sale. I'll put a link in my description. This was a secret for a very long time, like a year. I will keep the other secret a secret, but these are available. How has your life been different since being diagnosed with OCD? Oh my God. It kind of turned my life upside down in a way. I found that my OCD got a lot worse after I was diagnosed because I was able to obsess over the fact that I had OCD. And it was very hard for me to like cope with because I realized that a lot of the things that I did wasn't a personality trait of mine, but was instead part of my OCD. So it like caused me to question, you know, my entire existence. It's also been very nice because I've been able to understand myself a whole lot better, and the people around me have been able to understand myself a whole lot better, which I'll get into. It made me want to work on myself even more now that I know it's not just who I am. Like it is something that is able to be changed if I put the work into it. A lot of introspection. But one of the reasons why I haven't been like posting as much and I've been kind of inconsistent and, you know, not as consistent with the podcast and even with videos and everything else, like I beat myself up over it. Recently I started medication for OCD, which was my first time ever trying medication for OCD. And I was really, really excited for it, especially because I waited for this appointment for over 2 months. It's hard enough to find a therapist, let alone a psychiatrist that has even any openings or availabilities. I really thought to myself, like, I'm gonna get on medication. The first one I try, I'm gonna feel so much better. My OCD is gonna go away. I'm gonna be able to function as a normal human being. I ended up having very, very, very terrible side effects. And that's not to say that you will have terrible side effects if you try medication for any of your mental illnesses. I had such awful side effects that I was completely blindsided by. The reason I wasn't able to post was because I quite literally was physically ill for quite a while. The last few days is the first time that I felt normal and good in weeks. I'm learning day by day what my body can tolerate and what it absolutely can't. That has been how my OCD has changed. I've been put on medication. I'm also open to trying different types of therapy, which I'm looking into, and I'm gonna try and start reading some books about it. I kind of stayed away from that because I didn't want to delve into it too much and kind of like make my whole life about OCD. But I will say that I feel pretty good right now, which is a massive improvement from where I was literally last week. Thank you for asking that. That's so kind. Updates on moving. Okay, this question was asked so much. And I don't blame you guys for asking because I told myself that I was gonna move out pretty shortly after my mom got better with cancer. If you guys didn't know, I ended up staying at home longer than I intentionally was, you know, during the pandemic because my mom was diagnosed with 2 cancers, so I was here during her treatment. I was helping take care of her. I was helping around the house. I told myself I was gonna move out in January 2021, then March, and then May, and then I told myself August. And now it's October and I'm still living here. I used to beat myself up about it so much and I was like, oh my God, I'm not moving on with my life. Everyone else around me is. I have such major FOMO, like everyone is having fun and I still live at home. Now the tables have turned a bit where I stayed home because I needed to help my mom. And now I'm staying home because I need help from my parents. What I mean by that is that I'm able to move out. I have the means to move out. I'm not living here for free. I'm helping my parents out. However, I think there's something, at least in American culture, that says that you have to move out like once you turn 18. At least my family in Poland and a lot of people in Poland, people end up staying with their families until they're literally married. And that's not my intentions. I'm gonna leave soon. I'm not gonna wait until I'm married. I think I would actually lose my marbles if I stayed. But I let go of the idea that I needed to move out immediately because it would be better for content or because I would have my own space finally. When my OCD and my anxiety was getting really bad, I knew that being around my family would be way more beneficial for me than me going out and living alone. I know myself best and I know my life best, And I know that me being here right now is what I needed. I have lived alone in the past and it was amazing and did wonders for my mental health, but I'm happy where I am here. And the last year was spent me taking care of my mom and dealing with pandemic in my own way with my anxiety and also graduating from college and working at the same time. I didn't realize how much I actually needed to heal from that. I was just in this state of like, go, 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 like, let's move on to the next thing, when I never got the chance to actually cope with everything that I went through. And I know for a fact that if I just left and I didn't work on myself prior and me living alone, I probably would have spiraled way, way, way more. Me living at home with my family and seeing my mom finally healthy and living with her and enjoying my life here, living a slower pace of life, there's nothing wrong with it. There's literally no shame in living with your parents. Growing up, living at home and living with my parents, especially in my hometown, I resented it so, so much, and it wasn't a good experience, and I'm trying to turn that experience and kind of like rewrite history for myself while simultaneously working on my mental and physical health. It's exactly what I need at this time, and that's why I'm living at home. I don't know how long it's gonna be for it. The chapter of that might be closing relatively soon. It has everything to do with me just being happy where I currently am and there being no shame about it anymore. Favorite hair phase? Probably this now, like my brown shag. I don't know if I'm having the best of hair days currently because there's a lot of product in it from yesterday. I promise you there is an updated video on how I style my shag coming very soon. But I don't know, I really, really love it. I know some people don't love it as much and have commented that on my Instagram photos. I made that very, very known. It's really okay. I love my hair and thank God it's growing out of my head and not yours. So I feel very confident with this haircut and I feel the most me that I've felt in a very, very long time. Like I would look in the mirror sometimes and just not like recognize the person standing there. And by that I mean I was in such a massive rut, and like when I got this haircut I just felt like I was like reborn again. As cheesy as it sounds, but I just needed that. Someone said, do you think newborns are ugly? And then parentheses wrote, I do, and I'm just including that in this video because I think that's very funny, and maybe I do and maybe I don't, but the answer, yeah, I do. How has it been dealing with OCD while in a relationship? That is a very good question because I feel like that's not very talked about, like what it's like to date someone with OCD. Bless little Adam's heart. No, he's been so good to me and so understanding and willing to learn and like doing his own research on the side. It also answers a lot of questions about like why I am the way that I am. He's been nothing but supportive, and I don't know what that would even be like to be with a partner who isn't supportive of you during a really hard time in your life. So he's been absolutely wonderful, and to be honest, our relationship has gotten stronger since I've gotten diagnosed because I've been working on myself more. What is your favorite song right now and why? Good question. I'm doing a fall playlist video soon. This is a sneak peek of what is gonna be in next week's video, but it's a very me song. Like that just screams Nicole. What initially got you into weightlifting, and will we get a weightlifting video? I feel like this whole video is me being like, video on that coming soon. But what initially got me into weightlifting was me being in a really, really shitty place in high school. I just got out of a breakup. I had a lot of pent up anxiety in me and a lot of energy inside of me that I needed to get out. I also never knew what to do inside of a gym. Like I had a gym membership and I went sometimes, but I literally didn't know what to do when I was in there. And I saw one of my old coworkers from Chipotle just got her personal training certificate, and she was posting that she was taking clients. DM'd her while I was at this basketball game, and I remember I was with my friend and she was like, what the fuck? Like you? Like getting a personal trainer? I was like, yeah, I don't know, like why not? Like let's just see what happens. And I was really inspired by her because she had gained a lot of weight, a lot of muscle. She looked amazing, and I was like, I want to do that. I just want to have my own little transformation and feel really good and confident about myself. I also learned what the fuck to do at a gym, and I ended up falling in love with it, and weightlifting became such a passion of mine. So yes, I do want to do a beginner's guide to weightlifting very soon. And the last question that I'm going to answer today is, what do you spend most of your time doing these days? I get it that it probably looks like Nicole does a shit ton of nothing, and that's because it is a little bit of nothing to a certain extent. Since YouTube becoming my full-time job, I have so much more free time, and at first I felt so guilty because of it, because I was like, I should be working all the time. Like if I'm working from home, I should be constantly grinding and working. And then I realized that that's not a healthy mentality to have, and I should aspire to have free time to do things that I like to do, and I should have time to be able to spend with family and friends. And I am so privileged and lucky and blessed to have this job. That one of the perks that comes along with it is that I create my own schedule, I create my own hours. And I also realized how much I needed time to myself for my health. And I'm not just talking about mental health, OCD, I'm talking about physical health as well. I have benefited so much by resting more, having a solid sleep schedule. I go to bed at 10 o'clock now, I'm not kidding. Waking up earlier, having time in the day to do things that I want to do. I've gotten so much more into cooking, spending time with my family, going on hikes often, going to yoga, going to the gym, reading. I read so much now. Seeing my boyfriend, who I didn't get to see for over a year because of COVID, making my silly little videos, going to therapy, spending time with my cat. It's a slower life that I did not expect for my 22-year-old self, but I'm very happy and very fulfilled from it, and this is the most fulfilled I felt in such a long time, and this is exactly what I need right now. And a lot of my time is also spent trying not to compare myself to other 22-year-olds. That's what I've been doing with a lot of my time. I want to get back into painting so bad. I know how I get when I get back into painting and I'm like, oh, I feel like myself again. I went thrifting with my best friend who just moved back home, and I was just like, I'm getting my personality back. And of course, always thank you to you guys for like allowing me to have this life and supporting me even when I don't post for a while or I go a little bit MIA. It means the world to me that I'm able to have a job like this that is patient and waiting for me for when I'm ready. Because of the situation that I'm in, my health has benefited greatly, and so thank you to you guys for being understanding. I just want to make that very clear, because not a day goes by where I'm not super grateful for the position I'm in. So okay, that's all the questions. I hope that this was fun, because I feel like whenever I do one of these videos, I feel like more connected to you guys. I got so many questions being like, how are you doing? How's your mental health? I'm doing better, and I'm getting better, and I'm happier, and I'm excited for the future to continue getting better. My jaw hurts from smiling, okay? Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure that you leave it a like, because that helps me out so much. Also, leave a comment if you have any other questions. I'll be answering them down below. I read every single comment, and I know I shouldn't, and I know I shouldn't say that, but I do. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to be nasty. If not, you're disgusting. Also, make sure every bell notification is on so you know every single time I post, or else you are gross. If you want to follow me on my other social media like Instagram, Twitter, Depop, Spotify, pretty active on all those, it's just at Nicole Rafiee. And if you want to follow me on my TikTok, it's at Nikki Nasty. Thank you for being the most loving and supportive subscribers ever. I'm gonna cry about it. Okay, goodbye.